Right, I've always been interested in renewable energy, and this last few years I've looked around at wind power and different things, but part of the reason that brought me over to the PV was the money end of it. It was a lot less money to install. There seems to be a lot less problems with it as an ongoing basis, and there seems to be a good return from it. So I have put it in just before Christmas in 2012, and the figures so far, even with a very dull winter are very encouraging. As we got in touch with the company, we had a good smooth run the whole way through. It was actually a mate of mine that put me in touch with Amber Green. I had been looking at another company, and he said you should look at Amber Green, and I haven't looked at them and talked to them. They all seemed professional, and the good thing about it was at the end of the day they were actually cheaper as well, so that was good too. So as we went down the line, we were instructed what all was going to happen, when it would happen and how it would happen, and there wouldn't be any mess left or anything. So the guys came when they were asked to come. They put up their scaffolding, they did all their work, they took all away, and everything worked, and we've had no problems whatsoever. We actually done one on a bungalow as well for the farm, and it was inspected from a NIE guy from England, and he could find absolutely nothing wrong. So we're happy that it was well installed by good professional people. Looking at the figures, it should pay for itself in 6.5 years, even though we don't use a lot of electric. But we had no problem with that, because with the rocks that we get, it's encouraging, and then they will buy back all the electricity we don't use. We do some grinding and milling on the farm and can use some of it that way, and lights, and run the farmhouse as well. When we take this winter into account and how dull it was, we were more than happy and satisfied with the amount of electric we were producing. And then as we see the brighter days coming and do our figures and add all up, we're nearly 100% sure we will actually have no electric bill for our bungalow whatsoever in the foreseeable future. And as well as that, we used to heat all our water with oil in the summer, so now we'll be able to heat it with solar powered electric, and it'll reduce our oil bill as well. So as we have it and the electricity there, hopefully in the future we can harness it more and use it for other things and get the benefit and make all our savings other ways. So as we look at the whole thing and look at other companies and who all there is out there, there's a lot of people installing solar PV, but we're convinced that Amber Green's one of the best, and they seem to have the best panels, because some of my friends have solar PV, but with this last very dull winter they hadn't any electric at certain times at all, and we've had electric every day this winter, no matter how bad the weather was. So I would recommend Amber Green. They have a good product, professionally fitted, and anybody should at least give them a chance to quote and let them see what to do for them.
As a chicken farmer, one of my big costs is electricity, and on this unit my average bill would be £5,000 per quarter. I had to look at ways of reducing my bill, and looked at windmills, and decided on solar panels for the simplicity of them, lack of maintenance, and they're becoming more economical to fit, so went with Amber Green Solar and installed this unit back in September 2012. I went to a seminar in Enniskillen College in 2012 and met a few companies in the solar game, and they followed up by my inquiries with different aspects of solar, prices, what they could bring me, what they could do for me, and I settled with Amber Green because basically they were doing a German panel, which I sort of wanted more than a Chinese panel. The other two companies that I got prices from were all installing Chinese panels. I knew a few guys that had put them on, and the benefits of the German panel, yes, they were a bit more expensive, but their longevity was going to be better, their output was better, so you pay a little bit more money, but you're going to reap the benefits in the long term. So this is a long-term game. We're looking at 20 years plus here, so I think it's worth investing that little bit more. They did the planning permission, they did the installation, they did all the... I got a grant on my installation. They went there, they put in the paperwork for that. They also contacted NIE to get my import-export meter, everything that was involved in paperwork, because basically I'm a farmer and I don't like paperwork, so they did all the paperwork for me and left me to do, all I had to do was sort of write a check and say thank you very much. The installation took a day. They came on site, put up scaffolding, and their men were very thorough. They didn't damage my roof. They put on protective layers to sort of spread the load when they were working on the roof. And as I say, they were in and out in a day. And yes, they were maybe the next day doing a little bit of wiring in at the meter board. My system was installed in September, and of course you're talking about coming into winter time, and daylight isn't that good, but my first electricity bill hadn't really changed much, but my last quarter, when I got the electricity bill in there at the start of April, the bill for this site was 2,800 plus VAT, so already I've saved £1,000 on my electricity bill. So it's and that's not even the summertime, so now she's going to come into her own and start really reaping the benefits from now on. As a farmer, and not just a chicken farmer, but any form of farming, whether it's dairy or beef, if you have an electricity usage and you want to reduce it, solar is a very easy, low maintenance. You just put it on, and that's it. You just walk away. There's nothing ever to do with it. You look at your meter ticking up, and you put in your meter reading every quarter to the regulator and get your rocks. And I think they pay it once a year, so there's nothing really. It's as simple as that.